some arrows. Get a load of this fucking loser. He's stuck on a platform. Skellington? Skellington. This fucking weirdo. Yeah, wake up. Anyway, you might wonder what are we doing around here? We're collecting books. Starting with the Magus syllabus. Syllabus? Syllabus. Who the fuck is teaching? How does this work again? Well, first off, there's a little naughty boy back here. Where I can enchanted shield. Yeah, I know. Listen, I'm very much aware. I think we gotta get it on the table, right? Because there's a way to lower that in this room. And it's not a heavy machine gun. Ain't gonna argue with one of these. Sorry, my fine sir, but I cast a spell. It is a most flagrant spell, cast only by the most flagrant of spellcasters. I mean, the spell is just called Go to Hell, but, you know. I love all the shitty plasma gun. It's just fucking awful. I hate it. It's like, oh, but Safi, when you power it up, it has an instant kill button. It's like, yeah, but it's really expensive, and it shoots kind of slow, and it's like, at that point, you might as well just, you know, use any other gun, really. It's also really random, because it has, like, two... Like, as if the damage randomness in this game isn't bad enough. It's like, hey, buddy, sometimes it randomly shoots a slightly stronger projectile, I guess. Okay. So that was a good idea. Fire them. Pile of mace spheres. Oh, there's a bunch of jerks behind her. Hold up. These guys are really not that tough, as I mentioned. In case you're wondering, this is also where we enter our books. We found the Liber Oscura. My face! Ow! Hold up, guys. Hold up. And again, if you're wondering, this is first off. Those guys sometimes drop something, but more importantly, this is where we put the books in. Take a fucking guess what we're spelling. Take a guess! I ask you nicely. Oh, well that's just fucking great. Remember though. Ow. These are the trials we have to do. Not right now. I think we do those later. Where's that? No, it's now, right? We have to do the trials right now. Because they're part of the blue switch. If you want to call it a puzzle, you can, but I don't agree. It's infighting. I'll take it. Someone asked me, Safi, why do you like monster infighting so much? I don't know. It's just cool. It's like I don't have to take any risk. I don't have to spend any ammo. Work just gets done. I realize that the death sounds in Heretic are not as pronounced. I want to go over there, and you'll know why when we go there. In case you're wondering, yes, that is fucking worthless. Why is that a secret? Who needs fucking chaos? Who needs escapement devices? I'm playing on hard mode! Escapement devices are worthless, except unless you want to dodge a boss, I guess? Look, I had to invent a fucking use case because of how shit your item is. And considering they later get rid of the hourglass, these people know what they're doing with the inventory stuff. They ain't fooling. They ain't fooling. Anyway, this room is full of jerks. It's okay, do you like jerks? There's some jerks, I guess. Did my eyes deceive me? Yeah, I fucking knew it. Listen, I don't negotiate with terrorists, and like I like you guys. We had a good party. Like that ain't the problem, my boy. Just need a fucking breather, okay? Just need a breather. That's a chug up. This is worthless. Actually, I have a little plink gun, and he's like in plinking range. He's in the perfect plink position! Plink, plink, plink. You know, it's the sound that you get when you hit a thing very, very gently with like your lightest gun, because you're trying to save ammo like an asshole. Okay, I wonder what will happen if I pick up this fucking obvious book. Oh no! Everyone this means decided to say hello! It's a Demon Codex, you know, that's a good book. You know, people say they read the Bible for fun. I read the Demon Codex for fun once. It's a good read. It's a bit dense, though. Demons are quite the writers, you might say. Dude, get out of here. Get out. Is that it? We're done here. That was another book. Or as I say, another day, another dollar. I'm just tired, okay? Asshole. You think this is gonna fly, buddy? No. Well, you know what they say, Luigi. It's apparently it's a fucking concern nowadays, and it's not that Luigi. It's from Mario Brothers. Jesus. Man, I wonder if you're an apparatus of the fucking state, buddy. How do I take out my items? Because this is like a pretty good time to use one of these. Well, that sucks. Ow. Anyway, you might notice the map's a little fucked up ahead. That's because they use the same area for multiple times, and it's fucking cool. At least I think it's fucking cool. If you don't think it's fucking cool, you know what? You can leave anytime. Would you like to get another book? Luigi, I personally think that literacy among the young youth has gone down too much. People are saying that audiobooks are just like books. Why are they saying that, Mario? Well, they say that, you know, just like in the olden days, people used to be storytellers. You know, they were orated to by the bards and stuff. That's not really the same, Mario. For one, the human aspect of being told something has a very different connotation. It's not a private affair where you can set your own pacing. In addition, it doesn't really test your reading comprehension. So as far as I'm concerned, calling an audiobook reading is kind of stretching the definition. Now, admittedly, it does enlighten and enrich your world, but it's a little easier to ignore than the act of reading, which requires your fullest attention. Now, Luigi, there's some people out there who are saying that people with low attention spans could benefit from it. I don't know, Mario. If you're not willing to delve that deep into a book, or aren't capable, then maybe it's just not for you, you know? It's like saying there should be roller coasters for people with a fear of heights. I just feel that at some point you're kind of defeating the point. Safi, you can't just use beloved cartoon characters to be your mouthpiece, and I'm like, motherfucker, other people have, so why can't I? Why am I exempt from this delightful world? I know you're here, asshole. Show yourself. At times, I dislike the safety trigger. Listen, I get it, right? I get it. Some people, they don't have the attention span. They want to enjoy a book. They want to be part of the culture. And that's fine and dandy. But I feel like I've mentioned this in the fucking audio, in the readings I do. As a man who is quite literally audiobooking a bunch of fics, like, it's not the same. It just is not the same. The very act of hearing another human being alters the text on its own. Even assuming everything else is the same. Hearing a human being changes your mentality in ways that, like, come on, man. It's different. It's different. Is it I don't know. But I also think that a thing that's worth remembering is that most people don't listen to audiobooks in that kind of environment. You want to know how people were rated to? They sat in a fucking auditorium. And it was the one thing they were paying attention to. Audiobooking, if you sit in a car and listen to it, maybe. Most people, they listen to audiobooks when they're fucking playing video games. No, they're not picking up what your book's trying to say because they're not listening to anything. It's just a little background noise droning on. But Safi, aren't you saying there's a wrong way to read a book? Yes! There's a wrong way to dirt bike. At some point, like I said, you're kind of doing something you're doing something different. You're not reading anymore. You're doing a different kind of activity. And if you insist that, oh no, it's reading it, no. Get out of here. I'm not protecting the purity of reading. I'm protecting the dictionary definition of at some point, you've changed the activity. Okay? I get it. You just can't keep your attention. Fine. You're still obviously listening to the book. But at some point, the act of changing changes it. If you make a movie and the visuals are minimal, that changes the movie. If you make a music album and it's heavily focused on lyrics, you've changed the medium. Whatever that's good or bad depends on context. And I'm not going to talk about that because I'm not that smart. But I'm not accepting blanket statements here. Anyway, it says the sparrow. How could... Oh, I forgot about this part. It's a good fucking twist, ain't it? Because you don't see it coming. You're way too busy putting the books in the shelf. I hate that guy. Aren't Wendigos like the monster where everyone's like, you can't say their names because it's illegal by the people who invented them? And I'm like, yeah, I guess. You're a little too late with that. It's also really difficult to explain to people what the fuck you're talking about if you can't say the name. You know, because how language works. I would like to point out, right, that this is a problem. And I'm okay with that. But you know how long it took before I realized what the hell they were even talking about? I was like, oh, okay, cool. Oh, you're talking about the... Oh. I didn't figure this out on my own, by the way. Like, if you can't say the name and you're unwilling to specify anything, I'm like, okay, what are you talking about at this point? What can't I say? What's the word? It's like a fucking comedy skit. That's why I'm not okay with it, because I felt like I was being made a fucking clown of. And are you serious or not? Also, I don't know how to tell you, man. I shit on everyone. I don't like any of these people. And I know the risks of prions. Did you like the contrast of the fire enemies with the ice enemies? Isn't that neat? By the way, we missed a really cool item. I might have picked it up. It's the breath of the chili boys. Of the Wendigo. It's a really powerful item because it hits them with like a big blast. It's very good at its job of fucking up a guy's day, you know. Too bad we never got to use it because we never went to the chapel where the item is found. Maybe we'll do the secret level on its own terms. Because like I said, it's a pretty good, cool secret level. Blaze Orb. Heavy no. Anyway, it's another fucking portal. They used this a few times. Ba-da-ba-ba, 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 da-da-da-da-da. It's cool, right? Fucking cool, right? Anyway, it opens this switch, which lets us do some secrets. How does this one work again? Like, you want to know why I don't know if to take it seriously? Because it felt like such a joke, okay? Everyone who talked about it, it felt like someone was telling a joke. Because of how stupid, comedy, routine, roundabout everyone is about it. That's on top of the fact that I don't know, man. Listen, you wanna know what I'm really pissed off about when it comes to language? I'm really pissed off about this fucking weirdo who's like, oh, it's anachronistic. Like, the fucking words you're talking about, no one knows its origin. There's not a person in the world who's gonna say, oh, well, that's an anachronism. How would they get the word cesarean cut? It's like, I don't know. Any number of other fucking places? They're already using English. It's like, if you're going to go into the fucking shit about words, just get out of here, man. At some point, you're nitpicking, and I don't care. English is a language, and languages are made of history and politics, and you can't separate the two, you dumb motherfucker! At some point, I get it, right? You can't call a place after something that's obviously in our world that is so deeply rooted. You can't have someone in your fancy world call that a London accent. Okay, that's fine. But Jesus fucking Christ, at some point, you're just being a jerk. There's not a single casual reader who will fucking notice. Or even an intricate reader. Because, again, etymology is a whole separate goddamn field! I hate this part for one big reason. I don't know how high I can walk. In my original run, I cheated. And that's why. I guess if you're a little asshole, you could probably count pixels, but... Safi, you love using the ethereal crossbow. On the other hand, as I'm saying these things, I would like to point out that my authority, the authority that I wield, is made 99% of the fact that I think that at some point you just gotta say good enough is good enough, and let it go to bed. Put it in bed. Just tuck it in nice and tight. Anyway, this is a fun one. I really, really kind of dig this with this one because of how it works. So here's how it works. I think we need 12, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The fun part is, you get more. I don't know if what it is. I've had it not work a couple of times. Maybe they need to hit the ground first. But you do get to keep your prizes. We do get all the orbs. And the stick. So that's just fucking baller, man. Also, I would like to point out that I already found it a very hard pitch, like the N-word, okay? The N-word is steeped in this horrifying history of abuse and enslavement and just the worst fucking shit ever. I'm on board with saying, with leaving that to someone else to worry about. But we're talking about a fictional monster. And the reason you're not supposed to say it is because it's considered insensitive? Fair enough. I don't want to be a jerk. But also because it gives the monster its strength. And I'm like, okay, which one is it? Because every single person I fucking listen to says it like I'm supposed to worry about the fucking monster instead of the cultural sensitivity aspect of it. Which, again, makes it sound like it's a fucking joke! And I'm being laughed at! And I don't like that. I'm okay with being a nice, polite boy, you know. But goddamn! Anyway, with all my frustrations, I haven't even had a good chance to really talk about it. Like, you might know this map is just a very good heretic map. Like, nothing too fancy, nothing too special. It's just a good heretic map. You like heretic? Here's a good map, I guess. Also, there's a degree of, like, genies and botlings and stuff. That's a whole separate argument. Let's use one of these, because I never fucking use them otherwise. Hell knows I'll sit on these ethers until the end. As I did in my original playthrough, where I just didn't use them. Oh yeah, we can use the wings to get up in there, but because I'm a little goober, we're just gonna no-clip up here and be like, oh look, it's a strongbox key. We'll take that. We'll pretend that I waited 15 hours for the wings to respawn and leave it at that. Anyway, we push the switch. Did you forget? Did you remember what the switch is for? It lets us get the blue key. Good, you remembered. Because we're like elbow deep in this man's asshole, and you might have forgotten. God, that elbow stinks. Probably should have put on some gloves first, but by the way, there's some jerks behind you. Oh, what out of this? These guys are not so tough. Again, I think the first time we saw them, they were really different in terms of, like, mechanical implementation. I don't know what it is. Oh, well, this is the other door. The one we didn't use. You remember where the blue key was at? Because you better. Because that's really all we're here to do. See, even I can't fucking get this one right. Why is my crosshair blue? Oh, it's because my health is because I'm overhealed. That's why. So if when you're overhealed, it turns blue. Oh, there's the key. It's right over here. Originally, I got really confused as to where. Oh, God, I forgot this asshole shows up. I forgot that asshole shows up too. Do I want to use my? No, I don't want to use my thing. I'm out. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Oh yeah, that reminds me. We should probably go back after this, because I remember. Let's just pull out the fucking thing. I wish there was an item that's just take less damage. You know, something like a shield. Like, it's kind of like armor, but it's just a 50% damage reduction. Something simple. Not quite the Ring of Invulnerability, you know. But like something like that. Oh, I forgot this asshole has that fucking bullshit staff. careful with those attacks, man. What? Well, that's 1 for the money, 2 for the show. I had enemy respawns off in my own playthrough. I don't know why. But yeah, we actually want to go back there because there's a fire shield and it's kind of worth having on the way home. I mean, it's not useful against these guys, but it's an enchanted shield on top of everything else, so... Good job. Now hold R until you feel the click. Besides, I kind of want the secret credit, so... Yoink. You idiot. We want to be here. we went back to pick up the blue key. And take a guess what we have now! It's the blue key, which we can use to activate an object. I completely forgot about that little neck of the woods. I wonder if the fire mist would be better or worse if it had an elemental alignment. You know, it had a damage type or something like that. You might say, Safi, the game obviously wants you to use the torches for something, you know. Give him a chance, and I'm like, no, I don't want to give him a chance. We already used them for a puzzle. You might have noticed that, like, some of the puzzliness is kind of taking a backseat. Like, design priorities have changed. Like, you're free to have a fucking party in there, buddies, but I'm out of here. Goddamn hexen-ass doors. Okay, what are we trying to do again? I need to get over to the side of the map. Can we just fly over there? Sure do, buddy. We'll want these, because in the next level, we're gonna get our asses absolutely blasted. Yeah, I wish there was an item that that just gave you extra damage, and extra damage and extra defense. Just it just feels like an obvious little thing, you know. The Book of Power is a little too specific. You'd think someone would have tried it by now. Anyway, we have 2 infinite ammo providers, which lets us get away with whatever the fuck I want. I'm pretty sure this is a multiplayer door, because that goes to the same place. Look at this shit. They had a fucking budget, man. Combat fatigues! That's exactly what we needed! Whoa! Oh look, it's runes for that weapon I don't have. I bet he won't even make this door. Well, fuck me. Skeletons! Actually, normally this would be the point where yeah. It's like, hey buddy, if you decided to get cheeky and get a wing and then come back, or you got that one from the secret. No. Again, I'm pretty sure this goes to where you think it goes. Yeah, it's just this might actually open when you beat the boss. Yeah, it might just be you beat the boss gate. Fair enough. There are no secrets here. It is just the big rune master who sucks, and I hate his guts. You might notice I use this weapon a lot when we're dealing with like lures, just flying swarms, and yeah, kind of out because a lot of swarms. Luckily, we're almost done with episode 2, which means we get to go to episode 3, which is I kind of want to play on normal mode, just see what it's like. But on the other hand, hey, I have gamer cred. I've actually kind of, I say that, and I don't mean it ironically even. I legitimately do take some enjoyment out of playing more challenging versions of levels. I have gained some extent of gamer cred, not a huge one. I still prefer to keep my sanity. Most of the time. Look at him go! Bye-bye, Pokey. Just crouch under there. I like how it's like, listen, we're not balancing the ammo here. Do I want to, though? I don't know if I want to. Just go for it. So yeah, this barrel's staff is a plot point. It's a cool one, I guess. Since we're in this situation, I might as well exhaust some of my supplies. I kind of dig the Damakuian element of having the floor work this way. Bad news. Bad news, buddy. We do get the cool stick. It's alright. It's like, hey, does the Phoenix Rod not work? Use this. It's alright. It shoots a little faster. It's a bit more direct damage. What did he say? Orthoris is rightfully mine. I don't know, man. I don't see your name on the ticket! I do like that in Heretic enemies can sometimes just drop stuff. Like sometimes you get a slightly easier playthrough. The downside is it doesn't happen that much. There are not a lot of enemies that drop all that much. 5 and 1. The last one must be 10. My ass! Could have done this separately, but I don't want to. Fuck it, we're doing it live, as they say. I kind of like that the Chaos Rune is like no, we have to kill this guy first. We are taking care of him ahead of time. Because he's a problem. Okay, so, Runesmith is basically a super Molotov. So, we're going to turn this on. And we're going to shoot a couple of them. How many can I have? As many as I like. You know, they can go and solve my problems. And I can intermingle with them. Anyway, the Runesmith has healing abilities. He can heal himself. He can do some really fucking awesome attacks. Sorry, sir. Oh, yeah, he does that, too. He summons some Molotovs. Of course he does. This isn't even that expensive, right? Okay, this went way easier on the second go, but I knew what to expect. His attacks are very involved. Look, he's healing. He does that a whole bunch. He has a bunch. You saw some of his attacks. He has a big spread attack where he shows a bunch of rockets at you like those flying things do. He's pretty annoying, but I know what the Chaos Scepter can do. Maybe that's the point. Maybe that's the point, is that you're like, oh man, this Scepter, like summoning a bunch of ads is pretty fucking good. I don't know, and I don't care. Anyway, let's chug some Miracle Juice while we have them. Honky dory. That's tasty. Anyway, here's where they're smithing the runes. I wonder if I can get smithed into a pretty rune. It cost me 10 health, though. There are no other enemies. We're done. But yeah, that fight, originally, I don't know. I thought my ads didn't work, so I did that by hand. I used my super rings and went for it. And that's alright, you know? I can't read all this text. I don't know what you expect of me. I could change the, but, so yeah, next time we go to Solus. So, I don't know. Hold up. Let's go to Doom Wiki difficulty. Because I'm not familiar. I'm pretty sure that, fast monsters and no cheats. More ammo. Same thing placement. The only difference is fast monsters. Well, I've never done fast monsters, and this is a bit of a stiff breeze. But no, there's no respawn mechanics. That seems to only be a Doom thing. Hexen does the same thing as Heretic. Plus 50% mana. Oh, here's all the names for all the classes. There's like 3 different classes. It's Squire, Knight, Warrior, Berserker, Titan, Altar Boy, Novice, Acolyte, Missionary, Priest, Acolyte, Cardinal, Initiate. The right-hand titles are for the N64 version, due to America's, religious stuff. That's cute. Pope, Mystic. Apprentice, Enchanter, Sorcerer, Warlock, Archmage. How interesting. Strife has something? Some things respawn. So I could have been playing on a hard difficulty. You know what? I think hard mode's good enough. I've had a good challenging time. I might have taken that last bot a bit easier, but... What about Doom 3? I was always kind of wondering. At Novice, 20% less damage, slightly less monsters. Will miss killing blow melee attacks in a saving throw if the player has not recently saved. Repeated instances of damage have their damage reduced before recovering. Armor absorption is set to value to whatever the current value is set to. Health is below 25% upon entering the level, set health to 25%. The same applies to normal, actually. Same goes for normal. Marine also has the missing saving throw thing. Yeah, the game has a bunch of things I never knew about. Yeah, okay, I thought armor, it is just related to difficulty. Marine, 70% more damage. It's fucking practically double. Nightmare's 250. Do you want to take 4 times as much damage? 20%? All medkits are removed to the game, and the player's health steadily drains until it's 25 or below. To restore health, they must use a soul cube or health stations. The player starts with the soul cube in their possession. I think that also counts for the expansion, which doesn't even feature the soul cube otherwise. Doom 2016. 25% less damage, gauntlet sections of fewer enemies, standard difficulty. Ultra violence, 50% more damage, enemy numbers increased. Chainsaw is less effective, making ammo, health, and armor scarcer. Nightmare is 90% more damage. More damage from damage to the point where melee attack from an imp is capable of one-hit killing if he doesn't have health upgrades. Additionally, armor upgrades. I didn't know that was that severe. If you're ever doing Doom 2016, which you probably won't. Extra life mode is a permadeath mode, which can be applied to any skill level, save for Ultra Nightmare. Yeah, because, Nightmare just has already has permadeath. Saving is disabled apart from an automatic save between stages. If the player dies outside of a room trial for any reason, they must restart from the beginning. Skulls are left behind location as a progress marker. Depending on the version, this may be locked or unavailable altogether. Huh. How strange. Well, like I said, Area 3 is up next, and, like I said, I think this is a fantastic one to end it. Because, I have legitimately enjoyed much of what this offered. And the last is a bit different. It feels smaller in a weird way, way more focused. I'm okay with it. I don't know. We'll have fun.